There's no update on this. The hadith are the same. But every now and then, a different context, different flavor, depending on the situations and the context you're living in. And in addition to that, there's always a hadith that you always need to hear because it's a reminder, it's a constant reminder. And this is the sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ. He used to repeat his like multiple times in the same session. He used to repeat the same thing multiple times because that's important. When he repeated it, it means that there's value, there's extra value in what he said in that specific. So today's hadith is a famous hadith. The Prophet ﷺ says, قال لا يؤمن أحدكم حتى يحب لأخيه ما يحب لنفسه. And this hadith, the Prophet ﷺ says that this hadith belongs to a group of ahadith where the Prophet ﷺ starts these ahadith with لا يؤمن, that he's negating or he's removing the description of iman to the definition or the person who's going to be described after that. And it doesn't mean that this person is not mu'min, so he's kafir. This is not what it means. The scholars, when they look at this hadith, they don't look at it from that standpoint. But they say, the Prophet ﷺ is trying to say that when he says, la yu'minu, that he didn't understand, he didn't really grasp, there's a problem in the way this person is understanding iman. There's something missing there. Doesn't mean that they're not mu'min, because otherwise half of the millah would be out of the Islam. No. When you say la yu'minu ahadukum, and there's a multiple hadith that start with that wording, it means that there's a problem with this person's understanding of iman. And as we know, iman, a lot of people think iman is only belief, and it's true. That's one description. But also, in this context, iman is not only belief. It's the belief set, but also the application of it. Because this is what the Prophet says. He says, لا يؤمن أحدكم. Okay, until they do what? حتى يحب لأخيه ما يحب لنفسه. Until that he loves for his brother and sister, and anyone around him, to have whatever good they have or he has, right? So this desire to share goodness is part of iman, basically. So if someone doesn't understand that, it doesn't mean they're not mu'min, obviously. They are mu'min still, and Muslim, and they're a part of our millah. But there's a problem. They need to work on that. They need to work on that little ego barrier that exists between you and your brother. And and it's tricky. Sometimes you feel that way. And sometimes it's masked. It doesn't mean that you always have to. Sometimes I'm good to you, but I upset you a little bit because I'm going to tell you something you might not like, right? But it's good for you, right? I'm sharing. People tend not to do that. Advice is only given when it's completely accepted. But the true definition of advice is basically when you give it to someone where they need it, even if they're not going to like it. But this is the advice that this is what they need. And for you to accept it is when you don't have to 100% understand, but you accept it at face value because you trust the person who's giving you that. So that's that. There's a story that comes with this hadith. There's this one man who wanted to embrace Islam, and he went to this sheikh. He's an old man, this gentleman. He went to this sheikh or this gentleman. He said, so he asked him. He said, "Can I adopt Islam? Like, is it too late for me?" So the Muslim who's been being asked wasn't really encouraging, or maybe said something like, "Yeah, well, maybe not, whatever." So this gentleman was discouraged, and then he went to a different place. And the other gentleman said, "Oh yeah, of course, yes, doesn't matter. Yes, let's do it right now." So he was delighted for that. And then he told him that I went to so and so, and this is what he told me. It wasn't really very encouraging. So this other gentleman went to that first man. He said, "Why did you do that? Like, why why didn't you share the good that you have? Right? He's your brother. So this gentleman said this. He said, well, he spent all his life enjoying life, and then he's going to share Jannah with me? This is a true story, by the way. Now, number one, not only this gentleman has violated this hadith, but also there's a bigger problem. Can you spot it? Can you spot the problem? He secured his position in Jannah, so now he's concerned about sharing it. That's a bigger problem. That is a whole different problem. So sometimes ego is very, very, very subtle. So the Prophet ﷺ says, "لا يؤمن أحدكم حتى يحب لأخيه." You love to them what you love for yourself. Try to practice that and see how hard it is. There's always something you want to have more than your brother, and that's when you perfect iman, faith and action, is when you get over this. And it's a life journey of jihad and action and perseverance to achieve that imperfection. I hope this was of benefit. يروي الإمام البخاري بسند صحيح عن أنس بن مالك رضي الله تعالى عنه وأرضاه قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم لا يؤمن أحدكم حتى يحب لأخيه ما يحب لنفسه. صدق رسول الله. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك لا